Righteousness is motherliness, motherly care, or which is so much attached with the bonding of that energy. Mm, the thing is, uh, the more you are self with yourself, the more liberal and freedom you will have, and you will give to others. Actually, righteousness person, the person who needs righteousness, unknowingly they are in the chains and also make others in the chain. They are not only free, they make others also not in free condition. That is the thing. So if you want to be away from your ideas, your gurus, your books, your family, your knowledge, your relationships, and everything, if you want to be utterly free from all the attachments, all the links, even it can detach yourself from non-physical entities and also energies emitting from the cosmos, and even with the ground energy, the geopathic energy and things like that. You can be free from that energy, cut off from the energy, and uh, you can be in a you can be full of individuality, and autonomy is there in your life. Anything which disturbs your energy is wrong. Anything which gives you energy is right. That is righteousness. Righteousness is particularly about a pattern of worrying about others. The wholeness, the quality of righteousness is that it is autonomy. I have my work, you have my work, your work, do your work. I will not mingle with you, I will not disturb you. Compassionate, trusting awareness of others, calm and surrender, will be very calm. Genuine care, loving thoughts. The only thing in the world which can heal you is the loving thoughts. Whatever the condition you are in, whatever play, whichever way you are treated badly in the world, you send loving thoughts. Is the message of righteousness. Emotional wisdom. It is positive, secure, and relaxed. Altruistic sympathy and sensitivity. Uh, the most lovable, the person who Khalil Gibran tells that if there is a temple, the pillars, if there is a palace, the pillars ought to be distant. Very important point I'm telling. If there is a family, the husband wife has to be distant in the sense they should respect each other's well. They have to accept the uniqueness of others without influencing others. Then only the family will be intact. Like the palace pillars are away from each other, it supports the whole palace to be intact. That is the message of Khalil Gibran. That is the message of righteousness. Another important point thing, nothing bad will happen in the world. Everything is a learning experience. Nothing will happen. Put faith upon your God. Everything that happens serves high purpose. Another important point. Everything that happens serves high purpose. Delinking attachment, total freedom. Liberation from all the attachments. No attachment even to the self, being the cosmos, being the divine entity, and being yourself is righteousness. So righteousness is anxiety is more, which is unbearable anxiety. and which disturbs the whole energy of the family also. When the consciousness of the that flower red chestnut is given, we have a kind of understanding. A space is given between the energy, and the full flow of energy is being utilized in a proper channel, and in turn, the purpose of life is served. So we people are not serving our purpose. We are serving the purpose of the family, society, language, and also the ideals of other people, and even with the ideals of gurus or anything. The only thing is that you need to understand what the universe is telling to you through intuition. That is the only thing that red chestnut consciousness will give to us.
Red chestnut. Red chestnut flower conscious can help to ease your fears and allow you to focus on yourself more rather than constantly worrying about others. Powerful energy between two individuals is red chestnut. Red chestnut needed for mothers and fathers who have strong bonds to their children and are almost too strongly tied to them or projecting their fears or worries on them. Red chestnut cut the tie so that you can both enjoy life freely without worry. These people always think something bad will happen to their loved ones, not only think, but also they will cook up something and imagine scene by scene in their mind. Red chestnut flower conscious needed person must be overprotective. Due to this overprotective behavior, they unintentionally take away others' freedom. So, red chestnut needed people may call or message excessively or become anxious when loved ones are late or unreachable. So restlessness needed become overbearing, attempting to control situation to ensure their loved one's safety. This may include trying to influence decision about health, travel, or everyday activities to reduce perceived risk. Instead of feeling confident in their abilities of their loved ones, they feel that their anxiety is justified and necessary to prevent danger. Righteousness helps to cut off from soul of your family members or loved ones, those who passed away. If an individual's those who passed away appear in your dream frequently, take righteousness. When you donate any dresses or your things, or even you donate money for any organizations, take righteousness. It will cut off the connection between you and your things. If anyone struggle to improve your business, you can add righteousness along with your combination. When you spray red chestnut in your house, the unwanted energy which is coming from outside will cut off. When a pregnant woman takes red chestnut, it helps prevent heredity, curses, defects, and disease from affecting the baby in the womb. Even special kids' parents must take red chestnut because they are always worrying about their kids. Parents' energy may affect their kids' improvement, so red chestnut is recommended for their parents. The red chestnut wholeness of red chestnut. The red chestnut helps the person detach from the emotional burdens of others, allowing them to stay supportive without intentionally even concern. Red chestnut helps individuals develop confidence in their loved one's ability to handle life's challenges, reducing the need of their overprotection or control. After taking red chestnut, the person often feels more at peace with reduced anxiety and learns to trust that things will turn out well for their loved ones without constant worry.
Red chestnut relates to the soul qualities for caring and compassion for others. Red chestnut is for those who have selfless overconcern and fear or worry for the welfare of others, especially of family and friends. Your feelings are drawn too strongly into another's life. In shadow registry, they are extremely afraid of something happening to their loved ones or friends. It is natural to be apprehensive when your children are away from home or your spouse has to travel a long distance. But in this state, the fear is out of all proportions in their minds, and they become desperately afraid that something bad will happen to them or a small issue will turn into something serious. This depletes their energy level. They are so afraid and so worried, they try to They tend to fuss and fret, which can make their loved ones also feel overwhelmed by their concern and fear. This may instill similar fears in their children and so drain their confidence. The red chestnut state is nothing but a connection at the wrong level, at a subjective, emotional, anxiety ridden personality level. The red chestnut flower full consciousness is the ability to care for others with compassion but without anxiety. They radiate thoughts of health and courage to those who need them and remain mentally and physically calm in emergencies. They are happy to give help when asked, but hold back from forcing help on others. They can empathize with the sorrows of others without making them their own. They are able to radiate to others positive thoughts of security, safety, well-being, and courage on difficult situations.
Registered consciousness that blood is thicker than water. It is certainly a fear of detachment. Detachment, so much that one is drenched in attachment so much that there is certainly a fear of detachment, and it leads to even overcare and overthinking. A fear arises of breaking the fortified family setup or what has been constructed for so many years, the relationships. It is a fear of that fortification falling down and falling apart. It can be between the husband and the wife, or between the mother and a child. This particular attachment is like an albatross on the neck for the other. There is certainly a fear of missing out, like whatever is happening in the other's life, a constant nagging sensation to know everything about the other. Uh, uh, this leads to constant tracking of the spouse's movement, fear of what the spouse is doing right now. Maybe he has lent to a friend, maybe there's been an argument or a fight. Just one call goes to busy mode. Then this spouse starts to worry what's happening with the other. Uh, anything has happened, any major issues have cropped up, and all of that. It can even lead to extreme, in an extreme state. It can be torturous for the cared. There is almost no space at all, and even the little space that is there for the cared, it seems like the carer's space, the over carer's space. They even ask, how can you have a life without me? I'm doing everything for the family, so let's be together. Like that, it turns into insanity and toxicity at a point. They develop vivid undesirable thoughts that are running riot all the time, which will befall only untoward things for the cared. And this is maniacal overthinking, the cycle of thoughts of what and all could go wrong with the other. Too much of anything is certainly good for nothing. uh, the mother needs to remember that the child is born only through her. The child has not been created by her or for her or of her. And this condition is more prevalent with only children in the house. It is a certain hypertension, mania. They are certainly locked in this relation. It is overly damaging to the cared. Even in ancient Tamil literature, there is reference for a break in a relationship. And it is important for every relationship to have that breathing space. Even some of the sons and daughters of today, they escape abroad to study or work. It is to tactically avoid the red chestnut needing parents. It is seen. And then there is excessive dependency after marrying the child away. Also, there is too much expectation and thinking only the mother is right or the father is right, and there is no space at all for the new couple to understand each other. And this registered spouse, needing spouse, is aching for the listening ear, for a shoulder to lean on. They always want this connection to sustain, to be there, and this becomes suffocating to each other after a point, to a strangling extent. Constantly in a futile attempt to possess the other, this reticent needing spouse starts to become demanding and menacing. If you look at overly pampered children, like only children or even just overly pampered children, they seem to be trapped. They don't have a life of their own. They are crippled by the comfort zone. This leads to an unhealthy upbringing, and the street smartness or the individuality of the child is absent. If we look at working women who have a young child and they're studying or they're working, they're new to work, it is such a suffering for them to think of the child always. This suffering also can get to the head, and it can lead to bad consequences also. Red chestnut is the cure, is the remedy there. It's the consciousness, and even in illicit relationships, to cut away from the tags attached, and this can be helpful to break free of excessive connection with my body, with my surroundings, with the physical realm. Red chestnut is helpful. Red chestnut helps me to answer the question of who I am. From erroneously thinking that I will always be around, from a sense of ownership to my position in the earth, Red chestnut helps me to experience the wholeness, uh, even in the transient nature of life. Sometimes we are deceived that someone or something is there to take care of everything for me. This concept of soulmates and all, it is only a representative thing, and forever is too convenient to be true. Once we come to terms with this, we hope to be free from ourselves. It is each one of our solo journey here, and all attachments are to be done away with, even the most beautiful and the most fitting attachments.
From symbiosis to autonomy, um, anxious about others, worrying about others. So it's called like mother flower, and this has the intention of protecting others rather like thinking about themselves. These people will be able to gain the freedom when they are giving priority to own. First, they have to take care of themselves. Then, it will be automatically attracting the people around them, and it will be like spreading to them. So that is the full tendency. They'll have a tendency universe is there and everything will be taken care, and um, I'm here and I'm concerned about other people, but I'm not over concerned. It is not like over caring or something. And it's like a kind of attachment will be there, but with a detached attachment, not like pulling others' energy by having over caring. So that is the full tendency of red chestnut link breaker. Whenever people are thinking about any other person, a connection is established immediately. So that connection will be working like how far the thinking is going to happen. So while thinking, so it is all about like how we are going to control. It's a remote control kind of stuff. Okay. Mostly like the shadow tendency people will have this spleen impact. Say for an example, like when someone is intending to give away the debts, they'll be able to do that repeatedly, but they'll not be able to live in an abundant life because their intention is to just give away the debts, not about the happy life. So always like the intention has to be very clear, like what needs to be there for themselves, and they'll really like understand the nature is protecting everyone, and as they are not trusting themselves and they don't have the trust on God, the base trust is not there. Because of that, like confidence is lacking, and they are thinking like they are the ones who has to take care of themselves as well as their not themselves. They don't bother about themselves. They about their family and friends. So because of this itself, they are losing their freedom by worrying about others, which leads for hypertension, heart palpitation. So it's all about the process of thinking. Emotionally, they are like very tied up with the other people, and they have major complaint in their imagination. They'll go from like dust to a big image of like nothing has happened, but they would have think about it and it would happen. Um, so, for the full tendency is like they'll be in the current, they will not have any past or any future, and lots and lots of like energy projection will be there, and balanced person, high level of confidence, and they'll have a very good level of intuition, Um, it's called mother flower, and parents have to take it. As earlier people were also referring this. So Khalil Rahman was saying like kids are born through us, not for us. So we are like dominating the kids. You cannot do this, you cannot do that, by in the means of like over protecting or over caring, and we are not letting them to be on themselves. And we'll say like I'm doing for you, I'm caring for you, I'm doing this only for you. So all these words will be coming with the Chestnut mindset, and they'll demand more from the loud ones. um, and it's all like how the connection is established between the two persons is like it's like a phone tower and phone. So they have to be really careful in thinking about like what needs to be like imagined with the other person, else like it will directly reflect on the person. It will create a lots of disturbance because of this over caring. It will create a lots of disturbance for the other person, and their energy will be pulled down. Normally like mothers who are uh, like worried about their kids, when they are going for a trip, they'll give all the set of dresses, they'll be ready with everything. So all these people are like having the red chestnut tendency. And whenever they are seeing some incidents, accidents or anything, they think that like as if it has happened to them. They'll imagine it and over worries and over concern. um, and this like whenever the person is taken with various treatments and there were side effects, and it can be neutralized with this Rechesnet. It's a neutralizing remedy, and it will keep yourself with you and connects the establishment, like connects the connection between the universe and you. So it's all like thoughts related. Batch has helped us to come out of trauma shock. It is Star of Bethlehem is the repeated thoughts as avoided by white chestnut, and to bring to the normal balance state, it is red chestnut. These people will be forgetting about their own priorities, and they won't sleep even when the kids are not like not yet come home, or when they have gone for some trip. These people will be thinking and imagining so and so, um, with the with their own imagination mostly, like these people will be able to see their kids are like being abused by somewhere, like when people are having these thoughts. Okay. So when the relatives are visiting, and we can take this red chestnut, and when our kids are like going for a trip, or like going for some like one day tour at school, it will be better for both of us to take it.